We've moved on to project 2, the Spaceship interface. Essentially, this project is just a complication of the first project, which was to build a circuit using a switch. In this project, we're still using a switch. We have 3 LEDs in series. We are checking for information from our switch to let us know if it's receiving a signal or not, if it's on or if it's off through this pin 2 here. I'm going to pan over to the actual Arduino project to continue the explanation. So you can see the screen cable here going from the switch to pin 2. And this is, we've got in our code, it's set to check the switch state. If this is low, then this green LED is going to be on. If it's set to high, then the red lights are going to blink. High in this case means that the switch is pressed. They're not blinking now because I like to do my projects in stages so that I can understand exactly what's happening, cause and effect. I don't type in and copy all the code from the project directly from the beginning. So this resistor now is completing the circuit, whereas last project we had to press the switch to complete the circuit. Now this resistor is keeping this light on, and so that when we press it, we're actually breaking the circuit, and this pin 2 is receiving that information. The circuit's broken, and therefore in our code we now have these pins 4 and 5 set to high when the switch is pressed. On to the next part of this project. Okay, I'm back with the second part of this project, which essentially is all just taking place in the code. What has changed is that we've added a delay to our loop with a second command, a second pin state for pins 4 and 5, the red pins, and then the loop repeats over and over. So essentially the changes that I made was I turned this LED off, this one on, put a 1/4 second delay in, added a second portion of the code in which we set the state to this pin on, and this LED light on, this LED light off, and then the loop continues as long as the switch is pressed. And so we have blinking lights. I'm going to pan up to the computer screen so you can see that code. So the first 3 pins, 3, 4, and 5, you can see the state of those is set when the button is pressed, and then the delay, and then we don't touch pin 3, it stays to low. We're only changing the state of pin 4 and 5 after the delay, and then the loop will repeat.